today we're making bloomers. I'm making 2 bloomers. It's not much more effort to make 2 than 1, so that's the way of doing it. So we need, again I'm making them over half and half white and brown, so I'll have 450 grams of white, which is quite a lot. It just fit into this bowl. Eventually, 450 grams of white flour. Brown flour. This is more or less the recipe I used to use when I made myself rolls to take to work in my lunchbox. Made 16 rolls out of this quantity. I'm not having to do that anymore. So the only difference in the recipe is actually I used to put some milk in liquid, and I put some sugar in as well, but that no seems to be necessary. So there we are, 450 grams of each of brown and white, lots of stuff there. 2 teaspoons of salt. 1 sachet of yeast. And 4 tablespoons of oil. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'll put the liquid in when it's over in the mixer, so that's the next thing to do. This is a Kenwood fitted with the dough hook. Here I have 500 millilitres of vaguely warm water. In other words, it was mostly cold with a small amount of hot to take it a bit, make it slightly tepid. Let's start it going. Normally I just pile all this straight in and it seems to be the right amount, but I'll make sure by adding most of it and see if any more is needed. This wants to be a fairly firm sort of dough. I made baguettes the other day and that needs to be a very wet and sticky dough. We don't want that for bloomers. So don't want to add too much water, and have to keep on putting more flour in to make it right. to make sure it incorporates all the dry stuff off the bowl.
stage now with this. I'll show you close enough. And it's gradually forming into a ball. Might need a little bit more water just to stop it being too right. Check. Yeah, there's still some dry stuff. I'll put a little bit more in just to get it very small differences at this stage. Coming together as a single lump. And we'll leave that going for at least 10 minutes to make sure it's well and truly kneaded. So we'll come back when that time is expired. This bit's quite amusing. It's gone and separated itself into a separate ball which is orbiting around the other bit and gradually gathering size. It'll probably all come out in the end, join back on. Thing's nearly jumping off the work surface. It's a rather large amount of dough to be doing in this. Okay, we've had 10 minutes of extreme kneading going in there, and the resulting dough is fairly solid. It's not dropping off, and not very sticky. So we're going to put that into an oiled bowl to leave it for rising. Drip of oil in. Around and put our non-sticky lump of dough in there. It should all come off the hook cleanly. Apart from that bit there. There we are, nice solid lump of dough. And now, cover that in thin film. To rise for as long as it takes, really, but usually get to the stage where it's filled the bowl up and trying to grow out the top. Let's see if it does that. So we'll resume when that stage is reached. Going in the airing cupboard, which hopefully is nice and warm enough to do that job. Right, it's been in the airing cupboard rising for exactly an hour, and this is what we've got now. It's got to climb out the top, so time to do something with it. Before we put some bit of flour on there. Forward. And you can see it's a nice spongy mess again, but not too soft. Let me just knock that down to flatten it out a bit and do some folding in. Oh, that is lovely stuff. Oh, can make bread out of this. Yeah, squeezed it down to a reasonable amount. Now we're going to divide it into two. Be a bit more creative with it. Do it accurately using the scales and knife. Do one and way out. Right, there. Two equal bits. Right, now we're going to shape this into a baguette. A bloomer. When we've done them, we're going to be putting them on these trays. Can you see this? Oh, yeah, just about. Right. First of all, I'll oil the trays so that they have to be done. So they're ready for when they accept the bits of bread. It's just oiling the trays. On occasions I've used flour, mixture of flour and corn meal and all sorts, but the oil is good. Right, resume. Got to make this into a nice bloomer shape. So it starts off as a sort of rectangle, and we fold it in on itself lots of times, like making baguettes only bigger. Do it both ways sometimes. It's good solid stuff actually, it's not you like energy. That's lovely. Oh yes. Right, that looks like it might be the approximate shape of a bloomer. So we'll stick them put them on the tray, put it on diagonally so that it's got room to expand both ways. I'll do the same thing with the other one. Move that out of the way over there for the moment. Bring the second tray over. Even though I make two at the same time, they always end up different shapes, because they're the same size overall, identical, but the shape ends up different. I'm going to try to get them equal. Nice big sausage shape. Let's go and make it a bit longer. If I stretch it out, it always retracts. I'll make the other one a bit longer as well. Don't want it to like drop off the end of the tin. It will grow. It's always the creative bit doing this. So that's a bit longer, that one. And that one, let's try doing this one a bit longer. A bit more and thinner slices out of it. More narrower. There we are. Okay, so we have, it's shrunk again, that's exciting. Now we have to put them in the, now we go to rise again. What to do at this stage, move the board out of the way and get some cling film on the go. Oily brush. This is oil, so it might stick to the dough, but it won't stick it very much. It won't restrict it very much. I'll go and monitor it halfway down the rising period to make sure it's not restricted. No, that goes there. Oily brush. Go to the second one. Right, and there we have two bloomers ready to rise. And we'll go and put those in the air and cover. They should take another hour and no more. And we'll see how quickly they grow for us. Okay, we've had an hour and 3/4 of rising, and now they've come out a reasonable size. So the first thing we've got to do is to just add a bit of flour on the outside. Well, the means of doing that is to first make it stick, give it a fine spray of water. Whatever means you feel is a convenient way of doing it. Home-based nuclear spray. Right, now the flour, dusting thereof. Hot knees now, because the oven is up to temperature at 220. So this lot to go in. Right, that's the dusting of flour on the top. And just gently smooth that out by hand, taking care not to disturb the loaf too much to make them deflate, because they're very susceptible and soft at this time. Right, next exciting thing to do, make sure we're still recording properly. Yes. I've got a baking tin in the oven, and I'm going to fill that up with water. I'm not going to see that on the film very well when the oven's up, because I'm not pointing at it. You'll hear the hissing. Hot water out of the kettle. Taking care not to melt the kettle. Whoa! Only hand for that matter. Whoa, it's hot. Right, that's an oven full of steam to help the crust making. Now the other bit, to make the bread rise in the right directions and stop it cracking up around its bottom, we make some slots in the top. And I find the most convenient way of doing that is with the electric carving knife, so you don't put any undue sideways forces on. Now, the bloomers have had their time in the oven. They only need a bit of 5 minutes. I turned them down. Took them out after 5 minutes at their lower temperature because they look well and truly done. And determined they finished. Now what you missed off my previous recording due to the fact that the camera memory card filled up was me actually doing the slicing with the electric carving knife, but that not all that exciting, but what you do is slice it diagonally and with the blade at 45 degrees, and that comes out like that. So that's the only bit you missed. And you missed me putting it in the oven. That wasn't exciting either. Right, so now they've come out of the oven and they look like this. I'll give a close-up tour, if I possibly can. And it's sort of fizzing and crackling now. The one that was near the top of the oven is a bit browner than the other one. But there we are. Two very hot bloomers, complete. And there's nothing else to say, so hope this has been useful. Oh, and I think another bit that got chopped off my previous recording was the recording time, the cooking times. It was 25 minutes at 220 and 10 to 15 minutes at 200, but you can now evaluate during that last period as I've previously mentioned. Thank you and goodbye, and I hope you've been suitably entertained.